A lot of good fight. But at the end of the day, the result's not what we wanted, so we got to get better. We just got to work at it and keep battling and get in the gym, get in the film room, and battle. And notice what we're gonna. That's our first game now, of course. With Jalen being out, so we're just gonna have to figure out what we need to do and how we're gonna do it to give ourselves a chance to win games.
What were your thoughts about the final possession and DJ's final shot?
Yeah, I thought good look. I think it's a look we'd take a lot of nights to win a game. We didn't take a timeout because didn't want to sub a lineup maybe if they wanted to change it, if they wanted to throw a junk defense out there, and I thought it worked. I thought it was a look, like I said, it's a look we'll take from DJ every possession, let alone one to win a game. We'll certainly take it, and knowing DJ, I know next one's probably gonna go in.
You guys are kind of putting a lot on his shoulders early on. I mean, he's leading you guys in minutes and everything he does for this team offensively. Is there any worry about burning him out or wearing him down?
Well, no, I guess short answer. 36 minutes is pretty typical, I think, of most point guards in the country. And but again, I mean, we got to do some things here differently while we're a little shorthanded. And one of the things is there's going to be a couple guys that are probably going to have to play a couple more minutes than normal, but that's universal. I think when you've got guys that are going to be heavy parts of your rotation that aren't available, and but I thought he did a good job. I thought Webb did a really good job when DJ wasn't in, and he played 19 minutes in the first half. He was gassed at halftime because he had played so hard. So now knowing that, we'll see what we can do on film and how we can get a little bit of a rotation to maybe give him another breather somewhere along the line. Doesn't always work out perfect and go the way you draw it up and plan for it. But like I said, it's something we're going to have to figure out over the next couple weeks.
You mentioned Jalen's absence. What led to the decision to start Isaiah, and how do you feel like he played today?
I thought Isaiah played really well. We're just going a little bit bigger. When you lose your leading rebounder, sometimes the immediate concern, of course, is the size to start the game, but then also, the next concern is rotating those guys in so that we don't get in foul trouble and they don't, between him, Caleb, and Carl, they're not all gassed at the same time, and that's a challenge that we're going to have for the next couple weeks. So, but I thought he played really well. I thought he played really hard. I thought Caleb did a good job. I thought Carl went in there and did a really good job. So, I think there's going to be some things that we can do there.
Obviously hearing the news 2 time zones away and then having to come back, just the whole process of getting the group back together and trying to get ready for a game?
Yeah, I think it's not really something that you can prepare for. Such an unspeakable tragedy and such a sickening tragedy that of course the first concern is just to make sure that the guys are okay. Because like I said, there's no preparation for what's going through every single guy's thought process. But had some conversations. The university's done a great job of making sure if they need to talk to somebody, there are people for that. But I thought the guys, all things considered, I thought they were in a good headspace. Just in terms of understanding the gravity of the situation, but also, I think getting in the gym for a lot of guys is their normal. It's kind of what they do, for any point in life where something happens. Like I said, this is something that, there is no playbook for it, but the guys were. It's such a good group of guys. Their concern was the families of the faculty members, and I know that it weighed heavy on them. But like I said, just a sickening thing to see.
How do you feel like, Isaiah and Webb said, different guys go through it in different ways, I guess. How do you try and address the group while also kind of making room for each individual's kind of reaction to something like this?
Yeah, I think it's something where you know, we're not going to push anything on them in any direction, in any you know, tell them it's time to play, it's time to do this, it's time, you know, it's like you said, every one of them's individual, every one of them's got different thought process going, how they're going to handle it. You know, being on the road, I think our concern is, you know, coming back into Vegas, coming back into campus, having been away from it, and then kind of seeing the effect, you know, firsthand is a concern, you know, because you just want to make sure that you're there for them. But like I said, the university's done a great job of making sure that if they need to talk to somebody, if they need to take a step back, kind of you know, do whatever they need to do so that they're comfortable. But because that's, you know, like I said, I mean, basketball is such a small thing after seeing something like that.
I hate to get back to basketball after that, but they took 12 more free throws than you. Obviously, Caleb gets fouls out at the end. What were your thoughts kind of on the fouls or how the game was called, I guess, and the free throw disparity?
Yeah, I thought I mean, it's a really good crew. I thought that the game was called really well. You know, I don't look back and think of this call hurt us, that call hurt us. I thought it was you know, it's a great crew. It's a NCAA tournament guys, but yeah, I mean, they were, you know, a lot of those free throws, I feel, and again, haven't watched the tape yet, but you know, a handful of them came off offensive rebounds. You know, so that's something that we can clean up. We can be more aggressive rebounding the ball. Again, we're going to have to be scrappier. We're going to have to be feistier. We're going to have to be nastier. We're going to have to go in there and, you know, take fouls instead of giving up offensive rebounds. You know, like, because, you know, 23 points on second chances with only 11 offensive rebounds is you know, I mean, they must have converted every single one, and or all but one. And so that's something that it was a clear difference in the game. So we're just going to have to focus on that and understand that that's going to become our main priority going forward. All right. Thanks, guys.
First off, for you guys, I know he's only a freshman, but how much do you guys trust TJ in that kind of final spot to decide what to do with the final possession?
That's a shot he makes all the time. I know if he had it back, he'd put a little bit more, you know, a little more strength on it. But we trust him with that. Nothing we can really do about that one. It's a great look, especially, you know, he was. I mean, for him, that's a wide open floater for him. So I know next time he'll knock it down.
Can you guys just walk us through the last couple of days for you, obviously, being 2 time zones away, hearing about it back home, and just to try and play a game today, kind of uplift the university and the city a little bit?
I mean, obviously it was a big shock, you know, and it affected everybody in different ways. But, you know, we should have won this game. That's that. Should have won it.
Isaiah, what was your mindset kind of stepping back into the starting rotation?
You know, it was a different role for me, you know, playing the 4 and being, you know, with KB. Just to get it done. I mean, it was a lot different for everybody. You know, Jalen being out. It's a new look for the opposing team. But, you know, it looks good. It's working. We just got to finish the game. That's it.
Justin, can you talk about just maybe how difficult it was to mentally prepare for this game? I know I saw, you know, the team tweeting out things when you guys were on the road. Can you talk about just what it took for you guys to lock in for this game?
Obviously, you know, in our community, going through that is tough. I know back home in my community, we went through something similar. So, you know, just trying to prepare for those next couple of days is kind of, you know, you're trying to wrap your head around everything that's happened because you're still in shock. You know, you know, you go from seeing everybody on campus to it being a ghost town. So, still no excuse for us to not come in here and handle business, but it definitely shocked us for sure. I think you could see it in practice the last couple of days, but we were still able to go into practice and do a pretty good job of locking in. I mean, we just got to translate it to the game, and you know, we said before, like, this game was nothing more for the staff members for the university, and you know, we just couldn't get it done tonight. But come Wednesday, this team will respond, and we'll definitely be ready to play, and we'll play harder.
A strong start for you
I just go back to coach. We didn't execute the game plan. Too many times we let guys get to their strong hand, and coaches, take their time. They stay for hours trying to game plan for us, give us the best scout they possibly can for us to go out there and execute. And we do a pretty good job in practice. We might have a couple, lapses in practice, but I mean, we're all human. That's pretty normal. But when it comes to the game, we have to lock in more when it comes game time. Like I said, we do a pretty good job in practice, locking in on what we have to do. It just when we come to the game, I don't know what's the reason why we're not translating it to the game. So we just got to get back tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, just collectively put our heads together and figure out something better that we can do.
11 offensive rebounds tonight for LMU. What do you guys need to do to kind of just clean things up on the boards?
Just team rebounding, help each other out, stick to your man, go get it. That's basically it.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, y'all.